These next couple problems involve graphing a quadratic equation in vertex form, and this is actually really a throwback to Learning Target 7a, where we did this for the first time. So just a reminder, in vertex form, we might think of it as a times x minus h squared plus k. Remember that h gives us our horizontal shift, k our vertical shift, and a our stretch and or reflection. So sometimes what I like to do is first write down, what is my vertex going to be? Well, my vertex is always h comma k. So if I look, my vertex is positive 4 comma 3. So even though there's subtraction here, that's okay because that means we're going 4 units to the right, not the left. I know that's counterintuitive. Sorry, sometimes I don't know if the battery in my pen is dying, but my pen is just like not writing when I want it to write. All right, so 4 units right if we were asked to describe the transformation, and 3 units up. Okay, and then I'm also going to think about my a value. A is -1, so I don't have a stretch, but because a is negative, I do have a reflection. All right, so I'm going to plot my vertex first. So my vertex is at 4 comma 3 right there. And now I could use my pattern of first order differences times a to graph. So remember, normally my first order differences are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so like counting by odd numbers forever and ever. But if a is -1, I just multiply those by a. So -1, -3, -5, -7, and so on. So from our vertex point, I can go out 1 in each direction and down 1. From there, I could go out 1 in each direction and down 1, 2, 3. So again, this is kind of like a recursive rule, the -1, the -3, -5, a recursive rule to graphing. And then I'm just going to graph my parabola. It should be concave down because of the negative. All right, my stylus is like not working, so I might have to go grab another battery for it before I make the next part of the video. We'll see if I can get through this next example. All right, so that is the first one. The second one, similar, except that we do have a stretch now. So again, my vertex is going to be at +5 comma -1, because this is going to cause me to go 5 units to the right, not the left, but the right. I know that part's counterintuitive, and this is going to cause me to go 1 unit down. And now a is 2. So if I plot my vertex at 5, -1, I'm down here. Normally, my pattern for graphing from one point to the next is 1 over 1 up 1, then over 1 up 3, then over 1 up 5. So again, just counting by odd numbers, we get that from our first order differences of the parent function. But now if I multiply those by a, I'm really going to count by 2, then 6, then 10, and so on. So from the point I drew, if I go over 1, I'm going to go up 2 units. And then from that next point, I'm going to go over 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. Oops, well, if it lets me do it. All right, there we go. So those are the only points that are going to fit on our graph. So we could just draw our parabola through that. And again, that 2 stretches everything up by a factor of 2.